welcome to Wildly Basic. I'm Denise McLeod.
I'm Whitney Hunt.
Oh, for a minute I thought you might have forgot who you were.
I'm coming close to it.
I know.
The stay-at-home thing is driving me a little crazy.
Yeah, it is getting a little crazy, isn't it? Hey, stop laughing at me. As you can see, we're here at home. It's hard for me to remember to look at the camera and not at Whitney.
I know. I keep looking at you. Yeah.
I know. I feel like I'm on CNN. What did you say?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, we're going to talk about COVID-19 and some of the changes that everybody's had to adjust to, right?
Yes. Yep. And I'm going to throw it out there. We have been on, I don't know if you want to call it quarantine or the stay at home, for an extra week. We were actually off for a week before the stay at home ban was put into place.
That's right. We got out when the school district closed the schools because we're in school and they wanted us to go. So we went, and leaving was kind of weird and crazy, and it was high anxiety as far as I was concerned.
That was surreal. That was I couldn't even.
We kind of divided up because we work for Media Network of Waterford, so public access TV10, and so we were dividing up equipment and so that we could put it, so we could take it with us in case we needed to, because we're working from home in case we needed it. So that was a little, that was a little anxiety ridden there.
Yeah.
But I was reading this article, and I'm going to go through it real briefly. And it's by it's from Daniel Kessler, and he did the 5 stages of grief, because what we're actually doing is grieving. If you didn't know, everybody's got these feelings, and they're all mixed up, and and they're like, what's wrong with me? And I thought this would be great, and I could go home and I could clean out my closets and do all the stuff that I didn't do it because I didn't have the time because I was at work. And basically what we're all doing is grieving a little bit because everything has changed for everybody. Everything has changed.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, not only are we grieving, we're going through an anxiety as well.
Yeah, it is. Anxiety is part of grieving. And the anxiety comes from, and they call it anticipatory grief. And so the anxiety comes from that, we're looking forward. It's like, okay, what's going to happen? Oh my God, am I still going to have a job when I get done? When we get done with this virus, am I still going to have somewhere to go? What's going to happen? Am I going to live? Am I going to die? So you kind of have an anxiety about it. And that's one of the forms of grieving. So that's what we're going through is a natural thing. I agree. It's normal, I should say. So the next one about grieving is, it's kind of like the grieving about death, the 5. But so the next one is denial. Okay, and I think, and they said it doesn't have to be in any order, but I think for us, for Media Network, when we talked about how we were gonna continue on as staff when we're at home and stuff, I think some of us were in a little bit of denial there, thinking that, they're just making a big deal out of nothing, and it's going to be fine. It'll be done in a couple weeks, and it's not going to really affect me because I'm pretty healthy. And that's kind of denial, and that's normal too. I mean,
it is. And I got to say, we all went through being sick. The basics. We weren't with the virus or anything. We were sick. Scary to go through.
You just got over the flu, which was pretty bad. And so we were like, oh, how bad could it be? I just got over the flu, and that's normal. I think everybody felt that way in some time or another. The other one is bargaining, and bargaining is, okay, I'll stay in my room or my house for 2 weeks, and I'll wash my hands, and everything will be fine after that, right? Mm-hmm. If I do this, then everything will be back to normal, right? That's bargaining. And then acceptance. And acceptance is, well, you come to the conclusion You have no control over what's happening right now, except you have control over what is in your space right now. What, that you wash your hands, that you stay in the house, that you have groceries, that, you are good in your space. You can control your house. You can control what's going on around you. So, and you kind of accept that you kind of live day by day, I guess.
Sure. Yeah. And I understand people are scared of the unknown.
Yeah.
But in a sense, we do have the known. We know there's this virus. They are working on a vaccine for it. Let's just stay strong.
Right. Basically, just gotta look at yourself as a carrier. If you stay away from people, it dies. The virus will die if everybody just stays in place and they can help the people that need help right now, and if we can just stop spreading it. I know it's easier said than done. And I want to say a big shout out to all the people who are at the grocery stores working, and all the people that are, all the doctors, all the nurses, all the EMS, all the fire and the police departments, and anybody who's out there doing an essential job, right? Without you guys, I don't know what we would do. I really don't. And I feel bad because I know that if I was in their place, I would feel like I want to help people because that's the way I am. But on the other hand, you got people at home and you don't want to infect your kids, but you want to help other people, and that's your job. And so I, air hug. Air hug to all the people.
Air hug everybody.
Yeah. So we really appreciate you guys are like the soldiers. You guys are the heroes out there right now. And I don't know what we'd do without you. I really don't.
Yeah, and we're starting to come together as one, finally.
Yes.
I think you were kind of telling me before that this is almost a lesson, a life lesson, and maybe God's way of saying, figure this out.
Time out.
Yeah,
Time out.
It, yeah.
Figure out what's important to you. Fighting with people is not an important thing. Your family's important. Your friends are important. Even strangers are important. And we all have to get along. And it's it's a global thing. So it's affecting everybody. So it's like a life lesson. It is.
It is. It really is. I agree with that. And it's basic 101 life lesson. You're taught, or should be taught from the day you're born. Wash your hands. Wash your surroundings. Like cleaning your house.
Wash your ass.
That would be a good idea. Yeah. Basic hygiene. And I'm sorry to say this, but this is proving how much humans are
human,
not clean.
Yeah, humans are human. They're,
I mean, I get it. There are always going to be surfaces or things that can't stay clean, 24/7. You can't wipe it down 24/7 or whatever. I get that. But when you go to the bathroom and don't want to wash your hands.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah.
Look at what's happening.
And we know who doesn't wash their hands. We do. We listen for it. Oh man, that person did not wash their hands.
Right.
Am I right?
You go to the public bathroom and you just watch them walk out.
They're like, oh my God, I get it.
Forget something.
But
So,
the good thing that came out of this is we're closer with our families. We're forced to sit here and talk to our families and play cards with our family and make dinner with our family, cry with our family. We finally get time. We finally get to stop working and do family time.
Yeah, I agree with that. Sadly, I think I'm driving my family crazy.
No, not you.
No.
Little Miss Innocent, you.
No, not at all. I was talking to somebody that we both know, and they were telling me that within 2 days that they were out of ideas of what to do. And I'm like, well, you're going to have to go back to the old days. You're going to have to play some dice or cards or, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Exercise. Like you're in prison, exercise and
Yeah, and you know what? They have these 30-day challenge apps on your phone that you can follow.
Right.
So that would be good to try out. You
Right.
know, I don't know. There's actually quite a few things you could do. You know,
Quite a few places, even Planet Fitness, I got an email that said, we have free online workouts for you since you can't come to the gym. Well, if people check out their gyms, and even they're doing movies that are at MJR right now, like The Invisible Man. I saw that on Dish pay-per-view.
Yep, they're
You
trying
can
to
go to
release
Dish
them.
pay-per-view and see a movie that's playing in the theater. The only drawback of that is it's like $20.
Yeah, so instead of paying 15, you're paying 20.
Well, yeah. Well, if you count all the popcorn and the pop, if you had a family of 4, I think it's a great idea. You can go out and go for it. You know.
Yeah.
But if you look around, I mean, even Dish Network that I know of is giving people free Showtime right now. All the movie channels are free right now.
Oh yeah.
So that's good. So if you look around, there's a lot of. I just saw restaurants, and it was Olga's restaurant in Waterford, and for $20. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. They had this huge pizza, right? Deep dish pizza. I think it had salad, breadsticks, and pop, and it was $20.
Nice.
And it was a bunch of food. That's all I remember is a bunch of food. So Olga's is at Pontiac Lake Road, just before Scott Lake Road. If you were headed
east toward the old Summit Mall, toward the farmers market.
Yeah, right by kitty corner of the
Lake.
farmers market. Yeah.
Yep.
For
So
some reason,
speaking of restaurants, so I don't forget this. I found out on the Waterford Chamber's website, they made a list of all the restaurants that are participating in carryouts and or deliveries.
Right.
So if you go to the waterfordchamber.org, you'll find a link to all of those restaurants that are participating in that. So that way, somehow you can get food delivered to you.
So name a couple. I know Olga's is one.
You know,
It might not be the chamber, but I also got Trini and Carmen's.
Okay.
What do you got?
That's a good one.
You got one?
Well, let me look it up here real quick.
I got Mexico Lindo. Mexico Lindo is doing takeout order, right? Buckshots is doing takeout order. Brian's Coney. Do you ever go to Brian's Coney? I heard that's really good.
Yeah, they're really good. I like their food.
Yeah. So check the Chamber of Commerce, Waterford Area Chamber of Commerce website. They have links. Also, Waterford Matters. Also, that's where I got some of these. Every once in a while, somebody posts they put a list together and they post the whole thing. So check that out.
So some of the restaurants they have listed, just real quick, Billy's Tippin' In, Brady's, Brian's, Coney, Buffalo Wild Wings is delivering.
Yeah.
Burger King, you've seen commercials for that. And a whole bunch of, literally, there's a huge list.
Burger King has buy 2 meals, or no, buy a meal, order a meal online, you get 2 kids' meals for free.
Yep.
And that they'll be gloved, you know. I have a few in White Lake. I have Applebee's is open, you know, how they have the takeout. And then you have Graceland Party Store, which is the place where everybody gets the humongous, wonderful, best gyros that you can find. That's the Graceland Party Store. Then you got Pete Away. These are all in White Lake. You got Highland House. I believe it's Highland House takeout. And then you got Billy's Tippin' In. So there's a few more restaurant-y type restaurants that you could go to.
Okay.
But they're all local and they need the business because they're feeling it and they're going to feel it for a while. So, you know, if you're hungry and we're probably going to go do takeout once a week, you know, as opposed to what we were doing when we were working, which was way more, if you can tell.
Sure.
Because what about eating? Because that's something I had to get control of yesterday. I'm like, whoa. I wrote down what I ate yesterday with all my calories, and I'm like, whoa.
Right. Yeah.
This anxiety is driving me to eat.
Right. Exactly. You got people stress eating now. I mean,
Right.
there are people that have done it before and are doing it, but this is causing so much more stress and anxiety that people are, just probably doing it without even realizing it.
Mhm.
So they're just, everything they got from the store
I
that
know they want to.
I
We
wouldn't be
want to
surprised
feel
if those
better,
ones
Whitney.
were
We want
rated.
to feel better.
Yes. And I was thinking, I'm like, wow, I'm going to get in some good shape because, I have time to work out more.
Right.
And
Right. I don't know. You can't see right next to me right here is our elliptical. So we said to ourselves, well, once a day we're going to get on the elliptical, and we've been okay, but we've also been what I've been doing or what we've been doing is updating the house, because we already had before this. We already had the paint, and we already had the baseboards, and we already had we had fencing and stuff, and so we did all that. So it's good to do something that keeps your mind off of it.
yeah, totally. Yeah, if you have a project that you keep saying that you're going to do, painting, clean, whatever, maybe go ahead and do it. I finally cleaned out my shed, which, oh my God, needed it, but that took me like 2 days.
Right. And I guess they have courses online for free from all kinds of universities that you can take. I think I even seen one from Yale. It's about being happy or making yourself happy or something. So there's courses you can take. There's podcasts, books online.
Yeah, I actually found, if you go to the Waterford Township website, they should have a couple of links to different webinars.
Yeah.
Here and there.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. And then to top it off with, what you can do is you can do things like there's a group out there that's making masks. You know what I mean? Not the 90 and 95 mask or whatever it is, but they're making the mask because the shortages for all the people in the hospital using masks, not just for the coronavirus. And they got a whole group of women and men out there that are sewing these masks. And not only are they sewing them, but they're distributing based on who needs them more. So they've got like a network going on in Detroit, and they have they have like 10 different cities they're in. And
which is cool. And I saw where they're also not only giving to the hospitals, but like the fire departments and police.
Yes, fire departments, police departments. There's things that you can do. You can donate your time doing things. Just spreading the word, just like the group that's making the surgical masks, you could totally spread that word on Waterford Matters, Highland Matters, Clarkson Matters, whatever. I mean, there's things that you can do online to help people. You can do just that. If there's information people are looking for and you have it, because we all want to help. I mean, we all want to do something.
Right. And I heard where Joanne Fabrics or Michaels or something, they were I don't want to say giving away free fabric.
They were giving away free fabric for masks.
But you had to know how to sew and all that in order to get it.
Right. And right now they're out of elastic. That's so they're looking for elastic, but I think now they might have came up with an idea of doing it without elastic in it, but I don't know, you'd have to check with them.
Yeah, I'm sure there are ways that they can work it, but
yeah, I mean, there's things you can do. So
certainly, yeah.
I mean,
there is,
every little bit helps.
Yeah. So let's kind of get off the virus topic for just a quick second. And I want to touch on the garbage pickup in Waterford because it's starting next week. And I did find out that you can't burn leaves or yard waste like as a bonfire. With GFL being the new garbage pickup or collection for Waterford, they have a unlimited free pickup of yard waste. So that means you could have 2 bags of yard waste or 20 bags of yard waste, and they will pick it up. No extra charge.
Great.
I can't remember if that fell into a specific time, if it was like every second week of the month or something like that, or if that was for something else. So go to the township website or GFL website to find out those details. But don't burn your leaves, don't burn your yard waste. There is free pickup for this new collection agency.
Yay! Woo! That's awesome. That's awesome to a lot of people.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
All right. So we don't really have anything for the future going on. Although you did want to mention that the postponed
Yes.
events that were going on will come back.
Yeah.
What
So
were they?
so some of the events that were supposed to take place, like the Waterford Business Expo, school district select 50
The business award.
award.
Yeah.
Yep.
Breakfast awards.
Those all were postponed. They will have new dates. Please stay tuned. We'll put them on our website, on our message board, on Facebook, all that stuff. But they will have a new date to those.
Okay.
We just don't know when yet.
And then also the school district is feeding people, feeding kids. That is on we can put that on our website, but they have that on their website. So if your child needs lunches, you can meet them at a certain place, and then you can pick up a lunch. And also the Waterford Senior Center is doing the same thing. Waterford Senior Center is still doing their Meals on Wheels, so that's covered. But they're also doing a grab and go. They call it, between 12 and 1. You can get on the list for a lunch, and they will give you, you pull into the driveway, and they hand you a lunch, and you pull out. You don't even have to get out of your car. So that's at the Waterford Senior Center. So I just wanted to mention that also.
Very
But
cool.
we're gonna, this will be we'll probably do another, hopefully just one more show from our home. Please.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. You know, that's
Yeah.
it. I'm missing the office.
I know,
missing,
right?
You
I
know,
know.
it's driving me a little.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and I'm hoping to be.
You know,
I'm hoping to be out of quarantine by the time my birthday hits. So.
yeah.
We'll
That
see.
would be nice. That would be nice. I've been talking to a few volunteers to tell them we can kind of do this, or that volunteers can do shows, can tape shows from home and send them to us.
Yes, just upload it to Google Drive and email it to one of us.
Yep. And they send it back to us, and then we edit that form, or they can edit it at home and then send it to us. That would be awesome.
Yeah,
but,
that'd be
they
great.
can send us unedited shows, and we'll edit that form and put them. So we're still able to put shows on the air from home, which is crazy. Like, we make them, I send them to you, you put them on the air. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. It very much is possible.
Right.
Granted, I know, some people are going to miss, if you use a green screen or just the quality in some cases. Some people don't have the high quality phones or what have you. So, I know we do lose some certain specs with that, but it's still possible.
Right. All right. So on that note.
Yeah. So real quick before we end this,
What's that?
before we end, I do want to throw this out. If you want any information about the virus, if you want any updates, I personally will not listen to social media. I won't go on Facebook. I won't go on Instagram, Twitter, whatever. If it does not come from the CDC website, I will not watch or listen to it. So if you want to know that, go to the cdc.gov/coronavirus. If you want to know more about your local area, you can go to michigan.gov/coronavirus, or more specifically in Oakland County, oakgov.com/coronavirus, and you'll get all the updates and the actual status of what's
going on. We'll put that
on.
right under here.
Yep,
right here. So you can see those addresses, and those were great. You're right. You should just go to the site itself and not listen to so much to social media, because the real deal is going to be there. Okay. And it's always good talking to everybody, and I'm sure we'll be back soon.
We will be.
So yes, we will. So be safe, wash your hands, stay home. We love you. We'll see you in a little while.
Totally.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yep.